Dave. Welcome to the one and only Friday Night Audit. I'm Glenn Hausman. That's Craig Sullivan. Down there is producer Dave. So happy that you're all here with us. But before we get into the fun, before we get into the last, we just want to take a moment and say this show is dedicated to our friend Nikki Fox, who passed away over the holidays. And we're all been really broken up about it. And we just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge what an awesome, amazing person she was. Yeah. And for me, how every single time I had a break from any conference, she was always there to give me a laugh and cheer me up. Craig?
You know, Nikki was one of those bubbling, vivacious personalities that was just a force of nature. And it was so much fun to be around her. I was fortunate enough to have a really good conversation with her just before Thanksgiving. And she's going to be missed by the entire industry. She was just one of those good-hearted people that no matter what mood you were in, you got happy within a second and a half of being.
I just love the way she laughed. It always made me feel better. Dave?
Yeah. I mean, obviously I didn't know her as well as you, Craig, and there's a lot of other people in the industry. But, through the show, we certainly connected and then got to meet her for my first and only time out at Click last year. And like you said, just the light in the room, when we first saw each other, it was like we knew each other for 20 years. And then just a lot of fun, a lot of energy, a lot of laughs around Nikki. And so it's very disappointing and heartbreaking to, when the news came out. And it's sad for the industry. It's sad for our little internal family and certainly our extended hospitality family, because she was just such a positive person to be around.
Beautiful. That was
well
beautiful.
Said.
Yeah. And Craig, you're also down there in the LA area. Boy, this is a fun show so far. Craig, you're in the LA area. What's going on over there?
Luckily the winds have died down, but I'm sure everybody is up to date with the news. We've had quite a few massive fires. We've had one that's basically burned from West Los Angeles down to the Pacific Ocean. We had winds of between 50 and 100 miles an hour. That initial fire that went across LA, that's the first time that's happened in my lifetime. I was born and raised here.
Wow.
Okay, that was a massive population area. Day 2, there was a minimum of 20,000 people evacuated. We've got other fires on the east side of the county. We've got fires above LA as well. All fixed wing aircraft were grounded for a while because of the wind scenario, and the fire really, took off at that point as well. But I've got a nephew who's a firefighter, and he's out there, and I've got family and friends all over LA. One of my neighbors down here in Newport, their primary home in West LA was destroyed. The devastation, the loss of life, has just been something that's unfathomable. I do want everybody to go to the insurance commissioner's office for the state of California. There was a press release talking about homeowners policies, so check that out. If you had gotten a notice earlier from your carrier about termination for they were leaving the market or something, those appear to have been put under a moratorium and a hold where that cannot happen. Not an attorney, haven't read the whole thing entirely, but that's my initial impression. So check that out. Talk to your insurance carriers.
All right, great. Thank you, Greg. So our hearts go out to everybody in this area. Yeah. It's a challenging time, but we are still going to do our job over here. So let's hit a hard reset and say, hey, everybody, thank you so much for tuning into the one and only Friday Night Audit, the only show in hospitality that has the audacity to make segues such as this one. Craig Sullivan over there, Dave Mignano down there. I'm Reno G. I'm happy to be here in Reno, Nevada today, guys. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I feel like we got to bring in our guest, Craig.
Yes.
Get this show going in the right direction.
And play the cocktail opening too. So
yeah. All right. So bring in the guests. Craig, who are they? Why should we care?
We've got Tom and Greg, formerly known as Hospitality MD. That was my Wednesday therapy session with lots of alcohol when they were doing that show. They've got a couple of announcements to make.
So what happened? They had a misdiagnosis and they got kicked out of the profession.
They wouldn't go into any great detail because they knew that
They got demoted to hospitality physician assistant.
Yeah. Now you also got to remember, okay, this is the one show in the internet that if you do a spit take, you will live on forever. So they didn't want to share that information.
We got
Curtis never missed a spit take he doesn't want to laugh at. In fact, you guys couldn't see this, but even though we've seen this dozens of times already, Craig was in the back loving life with our new intro and Liz's spit take. He was back there just having a blast, even though we've seen it so many times.
All right. I should also say my laptop died on me, and I'm here on the road, so I'm using my iPad today. So sorry if my sound sounds a little weird.
Drinking.
Let's bring on our guest, please, since I have no control over anything today.
It's all me, baby.
No control.
My soul can't handle losing control.
Well, now the show's gonna go smooth because you're not in control. So coming in first,
probably.
From the basement of his local jail cell, Greg Capone.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, Greg, what was the rule with the parole officer in terms of how much time you're allowed to be with us?
Oh, they don't know. If you hear pounding on the door, I'm gonna have to go. Yeah,
you're bailing.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
And of all the virtual backgrounds he could have chosen, he chose Google Maps, Mr. Tom.
Hey, it's Chicago. Come on.
Hey, man. And first off, before we even get into it, this dude right here just created that amazing new countdown for us. Man, you are so talented. You turned this piece of shit show into something that's really entertaining.
Yeah, Tom, I hope you can actually bring some of that value to our own shows every once in a while. That would be great.
Yeah, I just want to let you guys know that I made your intro before I made our intro. So
nice.
New graphic as well on the top there.
Yeah,
that came from our printer from Click Connect. So
I will have to say, Tom, as much, and I do love the new intro. All jokes aside, it is really fun.
Right. So new intro, new logo, because we like to. Every year we change up our logo here on Friday Night Audit to celebrate another decade of the past. This may be the most exciting decade of all because not only is the '80s my formative years, but Dave debuted.
1987, baby. We shot
86?
right back to 1980s Miami. With the flow, with the graphics, with the colors, we are looking very GTA Vice City, which is one of my favorite games of all time. Tom, you really hit your nail on the head. I was born in the 80s. My favorite game is from the 80s. Great. Craig and Glenn were like 50 years old in the 80s. It was just a good time. Oh, almost like a spit take with Glenn.
Almost got it.
Almost. Yeah.
I should have done it just for the clip.
Yeah, you should have. Absolutely. We put it into the intro.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah, great job, really Tom. Thank you very much. But the question is, do any of the three of you know what an audio cassette is or a cassette?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
They were on the way out when me and Greg were. I don't know how Tom is. Tom looks like he's like 14 years old, but me and Greg are the same age.
Yeah. No, I have a set of cassettes at home that I have nothing to play them on right now, but
yeah, over holiday break, I just cleaned out my basement and I found a massive box of 80s cassettes and a massive box of Grateful Dead and Fish shows on tape from from decades ago. And yeah, nothing to play it on, Greg.
Yeah.
I'm happy to report that my car is from 2009 because I refuse to take on a new loan payment if I don't have to, and I do have a cassette tape player in my car, so I have a place for you guys to play your tapes.
Nice.
Unfortunately, we'll have to go driving with Dave. I don't know.
No, barbecue at Glenn's house, and you put the car out back and blast the stereo.
I think we got an idea for a new show, Dave. Guests bring a cassette of their choice.
There you go.
Talk to you about the influences that it had on your guest, and then you can talk about how you never heard of the band before.
That sounds about how it would go.
Have him mail it to Dave, and then Dave will do the show from his car.
Here, let me put his address up.
There you go.
All right, so I'm not moving, and my iPad camera just insists on moving.
So Glenn's awesome iPad camera with StreamYard tracks him, and yesterday pre-show he decided to track him all the way into his hotel bathroom.
Did it really?
Yes.
Yeah, baby. But
And
we
as
weren't
soon
on
as he-
air yet, so that's all right.
And as soon as he came out, it tracked right back to him leaving the bathroom. So it was really spot on.
You got to do a pre-show pee, baby. You don't need to you don't want to be rushing your guest off the air. Yeah, I know this is a really important thing, but you got to wrap
And
up.
mind you, this entire day, by
Oh
the
my
way, I had some
God.
kind of stomach bug. I think I had some food poisoning from the night before. So I'm nauseous the entire day, helping them out with this show, watching Glenn go to the bathroom.
Well, we were on location filming an episode for Checkout California, and I forgot that I still had a hot mic on. So I went into the bathroom.
Oh no.
Then I washed my hands, and I realized that when I looked in the mirror that I could see the lapel mic. So I'm washing my hands, and I look down at the microphone. I go, yeah, and my editor at the time was somebody different than producer Danny. And I said, hey, so-and-so, at least you know I wash my hands after I go to the bathroom. Did not say anything to him. And he called me in the middle of the night when he was editing. He was laughing so hard. Hey, Suzanne. I just said, okay, my mission is accomplished here. I'm never going to be able to top that.
No.
And
Now-
then you had a Liz and a Suzanne spit take, and now your dreams are all come true.
I'm very easy to make happy. Very easy. But yeah, so 2 weeks later, we're on location and we're at the Hilton in the Gas Lamp with the area manager for the hotel company. And we're interviewing her. And we get down and then we're just talking. And, again, everybody's still all mic'd up. She goes, excuse me, I'm going to go to the restroom for a second. And all of a sudden, she was like 4 or 5 paces away from us. And I called out her name. She said, no, wait. You got a microphone on. And she goes, oh.
That would have been embarrassing.
Yeah.
Craig, I think that you should just leave Glenn's lapel on purpose during Click, and let's just see what happens.
Oh,
I know it'll happen.
It's already happened. We all
Yeah.
have going to the bathroom with mics and peeing stories. There are a couple of times, Dave. I guess you hadn't showed up yet. I would be doing shows in the backyard, and I had on the lapel mic, and then I'd run to the bathroom, and same thing. I get back. And
That's
go, well,
true.
At least I know you washed your hands. I'm like,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Tremendous. Well, listen, guys, we have a busy show because Tom and Greg have a lot to cover. But first, I want to run through, G, because we were talking about this pre-show. Talk to us about some of the really cool things you've done this week and seen, I should say. Very antique-wise. I don't know what you're looking off to the side.
Well,
for.
he is an antique. Come on, he feels warm and fuzzy.
You know what you
around
got to
that
do?
shit.
Hey, Apple, don't put the camera on the side. Put it in the middle.
Newer models, that's what they did.
So annoying. I'm trying to look at the camera, but I also want to see you guys talking. But then the camera starts moving, and I look like
This
a
is all we
schnurr.
see,
for
too.
not
This is all we see. Your eyes. Just off screen the whole time.
Hey, at least he trimmed his nose hairs today.
I did, and I've actually got a video breaking. You could watch that now on Shorts. So, do that. So it's been great. I had a nice holiday trip, and I hope you guys had a great holiday. And by holiday trip, I mean back and forth on the Long Island Railroad to go see Fish at Madison Square Garden. The rest of the time, I was just basically at home, not communicating or speaking to everybody. It's really funny. I don't know about you guys, but I really shut down over the holidays, and the same thing happens every single year. It's like my mom and my wife will suddenly take notice that I'm tired. And they're like, are you okay? Are you okay? It happens every single year.
Are you feeling all
tired
right?
for a week. Right. You need to go to sleep right now. I'm like, do we need to go to the hospital? And it just goes on and on and on. I'm like, every time over Christmas, I just shut down and not talk to anybody.
You charge your batteries for the year.
Yeah. So I shut my batteries down. I got recharged. And
how many fish performances have you seen at this point? Is it at 500 yet, or are you at 1,000?
No, only around 200 or
only.
That's it. Only that.
But so I did the 3 shows, and then I had a day.
That's just since 2000, Tom.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough. I want to thank the friends over at Ensemble for hiring me to do some hosting and a keynote speech at their first ever annual conference in Santa Cruz. So I did that for a couple of days. Super cool. If you haven't been to Santa Cruz, I highly recommend people going there. It's such a cool, low-key town with real low-slung buildings, so it just feels super chill. Like surfing, it's one of the major surfing places in the world. Jack O'Neill, who I guess was a big surfboard innovator, had his first shop there and really created the term surf shop. And it's a real historic place for that kind of culture. So that was super fun. Check it out.
Did you go to the pier?
The pier,
the amusement park?
Yeah, well, that's the boardwalk, and then there's the wharf. I went to the part that did not collapse into the ocean the week before. So just so but
see, he's a lost boy. That's
right. Yeah, that's what I went to the boardwalk for. I was looking for Kiefer Sutherland everywhere, could not find him. Very, very disappointing. But I did keep a lookout for any Corys that I could find as well while I was there. So I did that. And then, as you know, Craig, I decided I needed to go check out Lake Tahoe in Reno because I'm such a hospitality geek. And I love how the casino business intertwines with hospitality. I've been trying to knock off some bucket list locations. So since I've already out in this part of the world, I rented a car, drove through the forest of Endor, Big Basin Park over there, hung out with the Rebel Alliance and saw some trees. And then I drove to Tahoe, and now I'm in Reno. And Dave, this is really cool because I had no idea like Reno was so steeped within like mid-century kind of this vibes. I thought I was going to be getting like 80s vibes kind of thing, but it goes back even, further.
No.
Right. So for all of y'all out there who love just motel signs, downtown Reno is a treasure trove of this. So just check out some of these great photographs. Thunderbird Motel, the City Center Motel, this Donner Inn. This is awesome. The Circus one is the best. I freaking love that one. And Dave, good job putting this together. Really.
Hey, Glenn, did you get a free meal at the Donner Inn?
They were only serving Christian thighs. So
ribs and thighs. Yeah.
Now, is that room rate accurate or is that historical?
No, that's accurate, man.
Yeah.
Reno is an interesting place. I will tell you, Reno reminds me a lot of Atlantic City without the sea. It's kind of like the same thing. You've got these casino resorts that are, some of them are interconnected, and they have the gambling on the lower floor, and then elsewhere they have the kiddie gambling, which is all the arcades and all of that kind of stuff, right?
The next gen.
Yeah, so it really reminded me when I'd go to Atlantic City when I was a young kid, like 10 to 15. I'd go with my grandparents who loved horse racing and gambling. So we take the bus down to New York, from New York, and they give you a roll of quarters to the arcade, which is awesome.
That's funny. That's funny.
So I walked around. While we're talking Reno, I want to thank John Boulware, the GM over here at the J Resort, where I'm currently staying. This great suite over here. This company is pretty cool. I'm not doing any content with them while here because they're just about to do a big, massive overhaul of absolutely everything. So I'm excited to see what this place is going to become.
No, you make sure you go.
Everybody heard the name of that hotel, so call there and ask for Glenn, and we'll talk to you.
You doxed yourself, Glenn.
Hey, he walked right into it. We didn't have to lead him or anything.
Get ready for your wake-up call.
Right there.
This is what happens after being on a road for a full week. I'm kind of like,
Hey, put your phone down.
Nobody called
Unless
and
you're gonna share
nobody
the
asked
call.
for a wake-up call at 4 a.m.
What was your number again, Glenn? I missed it. Sorry. What was the number?
that's really funny. It's 420.
Absolutely. I have to wonder because I'm sure that there are people out there that steal hotel room number signs. That's probably the number one most stolen.
Dave, I have an answer for you on this. You are correct. It is the number one stolen one. As a matter of fact, when you go to the trade shows and they have the door sign people, they will put up samples of all those things, and a lot of them just say 420 because people will just say, "Can I just buy that right now?" and then go home with it right there.
Spectacular.
Yeah.
See, that's why Glenn is such a great person because he knows everything about this industry, including the most useless information about this industry. But for a guy who's never worked in this industry, at least not in the hotel,
Not the
actually
hotel.
hotel side,
Yeah.
it's honestly pretty amazing how much he does. Now,
David,
especially
you should
with-
have Glenn and I over, and we'll work as bellmen at your hotel for a day.
No, I want my service scores to be good.
You know,
Also,
Show
with
for a
current
second, guys.
OSHA rules, he'll be dead in the water really quick, I'm sure.
We're gonna hijack your show for a second because this is actually right on topic for what Greg was putting together for this. So Greg, go ahead and
yeah. I
let 'em
got a
know.
little. I put together a quick little game. I spent 5 minutes on it because I really didn't care enough to do it.
That's how much
But
time you had in the yard.
what's that?
That's how much time you had in the yard. 5
Pretty
minutes?
much. Yeah, I had 10 minutes. Let me see. Am I able?
I still think it looks like the doctor at the jail ward.
Yeah, Dave. I think you have to put it on
Yes, sir. I got
for
you.
me. So, so it's a quick little game that I named, by I mean AI, named Audit This. So how do we play? So I'm gonna give you 10 guest complaints. I asked Grok, Twitter's AI, to tell me what Glenn Houseman would say in response to these complaints.
Oh my God.
But I would like to
Oh
hear
my
what Glenn
God.
would actually say in regards to complaint. We can kind of see how they compare.
That's really funny. So I'm going to play the newlywed game with myself.
Basically, yeah. So complaint number 1, the elevator is out of order. As a night auditor, Glenn, what would you say to your guest?
What would I say to my guest?
Yeah, that's complaining that the elevator is out of order.
I would say I'm really sorry that the elevator is out of the order, but fortunately, here at the Hotel Dave, we're really promoting good health. So as part of our program, we're encouraging people to walk all the way up the stairs as a sign of good health. But we'll give you a free water bottle.
I like that. And what would the Grok say?
Mini one.
Consider an opportunity to get your steps in. We're promoting healthier one flight of stairs at a time. That
What
is
was this
funny.
I'll say after.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
that is funny. All right. So complaint number 2. I found hair in the bathroom.
All right.
At least it wasn't mine.
Yeah. So what would I say if someone said they found hair in the
In their bathroom.
At the bathroom? I'm really sorry to hear that you found hair in the bathroom. We've got some samples of Rogaine here. Maybe it'll help with your situation.
Okay, I like it. Grok went different. Grok said, "Congratulations, you've just found the last piece of evidence needed to solve our hotel's mystery scavenger hunt."
Hold on a second. Before you go further,
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop this game off for a second. Which, by the way, I love this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tom, remind me. I think Greg, you're a sales guy, right?
No, it's Tom's the sales guy. I'm the ops guy.
Tom sales. You're ops. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you then, Greg. Let's say you said that to a guest in the moment. Grok's response. What do you think the reaction from that guest will be?
I think the guest would probably want to slap me right across my face.
I would say probably correct.
Yeah, if it's 2 a.m, I'm a night auditor, and they're coming to me with a complaint.
Yeah,
I say,
definitely.
Congratulations. Wow.
Better if you've already given them the obligatory bottle of water. It's being
Right.
spit in your face.
Exactly.
One of the two.
All right, next one. Air conditioner is broken.
I'm laughing because
This is broken.
a hotel I was in, not here at the lovely J Resort Room 420, but at the last hotel I was in, I turned on the air conditioning because it was super hot in my room, right? It was like
It got
74
hotter.
degrees when I walked in there. So I turned on the air conditioning, went out, I came back, and it was 86 degrees. Fortunately, I paid extra for the balcony, and it was 25 degrees out, and I opened up the door, and I worked it out. But honestly, turns out the whole thing is my fault because I did not read a sign that they had. So let me bring up this. I got to find this sign. Too many pictures. Hold on.
Dead air.
I know that's the word.
His mind is just.
All right, I found it. I found it.
Because he talked through it, so he did a good job.
All right.
You think
So-
he does this for a living?
I got this. It said heating and cooling information with helpful suggestions. If it's cold outside, All right. During cold periods, warm weather is sent through the pipes. I am cold. Turn on the thermometer fan. I am warm. Turn off the thermometer fan and open the window.
Well, you did it. You did good.
What?
You did good anyway. You followed the instructions. Like,
Oh my
you're just
God.
that intelligent.
That's not a great thing for a hotel. It sounds to me like the original builders didn't put in a 4-pipe system, and it could only be warm or cold air coming through there, and that has got to create a lot of guest complaints.
So how would you handle it, sir?
I would suggest that they open up the window. However, chances are
The window doesn't
it's
open.
hermetically sealed building kind of a situation, and they're not going to be able to do that. I would say that it's part of our, I would probably do PR, and I'm saying, I see you were upgraded to our sauna room.
Right.
Can I
Exactly.
send you up some fresh towels and a lime spritzer or something?
Yeah, you're getting our sauna experience.
Normally, people have to pay extra for that. We're really
Right.
glad that we could give that to you as a value add.
All right, well, let's see what Grok says. Perfect. You're now in our eco-friendly open window suite, enjoying a natural breeze and sounds of the city.
Yeah, and listen, I love opening the windows if possible, and I wish hotels would allow us to do that more often.
Uh,
All right, number 4, the room service took forever.
You don't have
That's really easy. Apologize that it wasn't done in the time that you were expecting. However, because everything is fresh, it took time for our group to go out to the farm and pick it, and the cow slaughter
For
took
it
a
to
little bit
grow.
longer. It wasn't cooperating, and I really don't want to get into details right now, but it'll be up in 2 minutes.
Okay, well, Grok says you would say we're just giving you time to work up an appetite. Think of it as a pre-dinner meditation session.
I don't know. We might have to hijack this game and make it part of FNA. This is funny. What would Glenn say?
All right, Clint,
This is
number
hysterical. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
The TV remote doesn't work.
The TV remote doesn't work. We've got a system that our hotel is here to help create a more natural state for you, and we've noticed that you have too much screen time. So what we're trying to do is get you disconnected so you could actually relax and refocus. And that's why you came to this hotel anyway, to be able to concentrate. And we're going to help you do that in every way possible. Thank you so much for being here with us.
All right, and Grok says, we're helping you detox some screens. Maybe you'll discover the joys of reading the Gideon Bible in the nightstand. Staring at
We
it
got to
there.
get a point counter, like a scoreboard here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh my
Tom,
God.
I think that's a great idea. Also, a little comment on the Bibles. They seem to be going away. I'm only saying this anecdotally, but I still check drawers occasionally, and I don't see that anymore.
No, a lot of the mandates and standards around the Bibles have been removed for years now.
Marriott's one of the
standards?
few that still require, because we're an autograph collection
standard.
here.
Yeah.
We have to have it in
Marriott
there.
does because of its Mormon background deal
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. So we have 2 Bibles in our rooms. So
Really?
Yep.
Which ones?
Oh,
King James.
One in Bible 2.
Yeah, Bible one is the blue one and the green one. I don't remember offhand.
You know, there used to
Which
be a
one?
guy going to all the trade shows that was promoting Buddhism, and he had a equivalent of a Buddhist Bible that he was trying to get hotel companies to buy and put in there. And this, I think the last time I saw him may have been about 10 years ago, but I went up and talked to him, as I did at most conferences. I said, I actually found your book in the last hotel I was in. And I told him which one. He said, oh, yeah, they're a client, blah, blah, blah.
Right. So listen, I'm not religious. The Bible's fine in the room, but I do think if hoteliers are going to choose to do that, they should probably also have other relatable scripture for
Right.
other religious
Well, then that's why
groups.
I think that's why they're getting rid of it. Getting away.
I
from
would
it.
think again, right? I'm just thinking PR. That's
Yeah.
a nasty story. If someone comes in and they're like, "We got Bibles, but no Quran," or whatever it might be. So I would try to avoid that.
It's also honestly, it's just from an operation person, right? It's also another touch point to get a complaint about. Seriously, all jokes
Right,
aside,
that's- yeah.
whether it be dirty, whether it be ripped or torn, right? And it's not something that was really, I don't think, generally used very often within a room, is for the grand consensus, especially more recent times. So it makes a lot of sense to just remove it from the room. Let people look it up online for whatever holy scripture that they want to follow, or they follow, I should say. And it just makes a lot of sense for everybody.
Yeah, I feel like most of ours haven't even been cracked open. Like I go to a room, you just hear that spine cracking on the book.
Yeah, except for never mind. I'm not gonna.
Don't go there.
I don't want to get myself canceled. Oh, we got more complaints. Jeez.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got 10 total, so we're only on 6. We're only barely halfway there.
Nice.
There's a strange noise coming from the wall.
There's a strange noise coming from the wall.
Yep.
Let me just count that as part of your response. Like, let's imagine that we're the guests, and this is just
right. A strange noise coming from your.
There's a reason Glenn has never worked in hotels before.
I know.
This is why he always repeats everything he hears from somebody.
Yeah, this is the first time
I'm digging. I'm trying to find an answer.
Glenn is a professional talking head. And whenever you don't have an answer for something, you just have to fill the space, right? You can't have dead air. The easiest way to do it is to repeat the question.
Right.
I think they'd be asking for the manager by now. They'd be like, okay, at this point, there's a strange noise coming from the wall, and he just said it back to me
like 5 times. Like, what's going on?
I'd say there's a strange noise coming from the wall.
Oh, it must be air in the water pipes.
This is so freaking awesome. Someone hasn't had any interaction with our ghost in so long. I hope, you make Dirty Wall Dave happy when you talk to him or something.
I gotta say, Glenn, that was really close to what Grok is about to say. So Grok says, "Oh, that's just a resident ghost Harold. He's very particular about his bedtime. Try not to wake him again." That was awesome.
Nice.
All right, number 7. The bed is too hard.
At least something in that room is.
I need to talk to your.
I'd be like, this hotel is geared towards Chinese travelers, and they prefer hard beds. So
there's a board in there. Just pull it out.
Yeah, I mean, the hotel's name is Mander Inn. You should have picked up the clues.
All right, Grok says, "Look at it this way: you're practically sleeping on a giant cushion yoga mat. Namaste to your spine."
I don't know about that.
I don't know if you'd say that. Yeah. All right, number 8. There is no hot water.
Ooh.
Yes. We're very health conscious hotels, and we understand how important cold plunges are to rejuvenating your system, giving you a sense of awareness and being awake. And we know you have such an important meeting today. We're doing everything we can to make sure you're fully prepared.
And you're cutting the carbon footprint.
You should see it as the spa experience. Cold water is excellent for your skin.
Glenn's got a night job, okay?
I
There's
swear.
been too many similarities.
I may have just emailed Glenn the questions and he answered me. I can't even tell.
I can't tell either.
All right, number 9. The Wi-Fi is too slow.
You're scrolling porn way too fast, bro.
Grok says, "I guess you have to go back to good old days of calling friends on the room phone. Remember those?" I thought that one was a little
never
weak,
touch
Grok.
the room phone.
They're still there. I actually, I had to make a phone call on one of them. Just call down for the desk for something not too typically traditionally important. But it takes me forever sometimes to find the phone in the room. They're so well hidden these days.
Ironically, talking about removal of Bibles from branch standards, I've seen a couple hotels. I'm not sure if it's a brand thing or an independent thing that are actually also removing the phones in the rooms because they either A, obviously guess have the cell phones, and B, they're using the touch order stuff now. So it's all kind of digitally ordering, whether it's through room service or linens or stuff like that. So they've been taking the phones out.
Yeah.
Well, my understanding is that you have to have phones or had to for 911 connectivity. So
I knew the same thing. That's why when I first heard / saw this, I was so surprised. But apparently it's happening. So we'll see.
Yeah. I will tell you the one thing that didn't surprise me is the one thing that always surprised me. You don't see them much anymore is toilet phones. Those are always.
Thank
that's always
God.
We have some.
You still?
We have some here, yeah.
So
in some of our bigger rooms
over there. We get it. Yeah.
yeah.
I remember there was a major Las Vegas casino resort that had them, and then they removed them all at some point, which was interesting. All right, what's the next one?
All right, last but not least, the room is too small.
The room is too small.
Which you never experience in all the suite upgrades.
Well, I will
Right,
just
yeah.
quote. I will just quote what I've heard from many brand people. Guests these days are demanding smaller rooms because they really just want to hang out in the lobby and be social. So my spin on that would be, yes, we really want you to get out there and be social in our lobby. So the rooms are designed in order to encourage you to be your best self and have as much fun as you possibly can on this trip. We hate to see you trapped alone in a room.
Great response. It's not what Grok said you would say. Well, we thought you might enjoy your mini golf putting in here. It's all about perspective.
That's an odd answer.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. So
Good job, guys.
Great
That
job,
was
Greg.
funny,
Yeah,
Greg.
that's an awesome game.
yeah. Oh, and thanks to Grok for helping me put that together. It's freakishly accurate, pulling Glenn's personality just from the internet.
Yeah.
Craig, wait till you see the text in the group chat.
Right. I actually bought my personality in the back of a comic book for 35 cents back in 1982. So maybe it's all just
Yeah, Dave, you're right.
maybe they got that file. Yeah.
Yeah.
So listen, guys, we already went through about 37 minutes of this show, which is crazy how fast this is going.
We got to talk about these guys'
Yeah.
podcasts and stuff.
First of all,
Right. Big
first of all,
changes coming.
First of all, time out. Jumped into. We never actually did that. So
And so you see, Dave, now you know how hard it is to remember to do that after making fun of me for forgetting
Listen,
for 900
listen,
episodes.
this is 162 shows. We threw everything off kilter. We didn't have the,
That all?
the
Feels
intro,
like a
the intro thing. So it's give me some grace here. But listen, we're at 38 minutes into the show.
I think everyone's at work but Craig.
That's true. So, Greg, Tom, I hear you have some news to share, and obviously we'll get to the shameless plug portion. But let's do this first. What is going on with you guys?
Well, I'm quitting Hospitality MD. We decided to put it to bed. We hadn't done anything in a long time, but we are coming back with a brand new show. It's going to be called Pro Tech, and it's sponsored and powered by our friends over at ProSafe, the people that do the panic button systems.
Hey, Greg, it's less of us quitting Hospitality MD, more of a promotion to like a radiology position where we get a little bit more.
He's dressed for it.
That's good.
Tom, you're going to have to start dressing like that too. Then that way it's Dr. Tom and Dr. Greg.
Listen, you couldn't get me to put on a tie. It would have to be tieless doctor.
That's exciting. If you want to hear the whole thing, I know you guys did a show on December 30th, live to announce the whole thing. You can find that on YouTube as well. I'm sorry I did not sell my fish show ticket to watch that live.
Oh, don't worry, I watched
I did
it.
watch it as soon as I got home. Yeah.
So
Appreciate
talk about the new show. Like, is it the same kind of formatting? Is it a new design? Like, what are you guys doing with it?
So ProTech Podcast is going to be at least 2 episodes per month through the year. We're programming it. And each month we're going to have a different theme. There are going to be both live and recorded interviews. So live shows will be occurring, and those are going to be a little more fun, conversational. We'll be interacting with the audience.
So nothing like this show.
Nothing like that.
Like a
complete opposite.
Polar opposite, Glenn.
It'll be like a PM shift episode, sort of a vibe.
Those are
And then the
fun.
recorded episodes are a little bit more meaty, a little more serious, heavy topics, and hard-hitting guests, and just kind of cracking it out of the park from that perspective.
Are you going on location for those as well?
Plans
Not
in the
yet.
future are there's conversations for in person, but for the start of the show, especially as we first start to ramp up, it's going to be virtual, and then once budget starts to hit, then we can start talking about in persons.
Love it. Here, Glenn's zooming in. So
He's sending text there.
Yeah, I've been talking about getting budgets for years now. Dave can tell you.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
the budget process.
yeah. There you go. There's a conversation to listen in on as a budget talk on a production meeting that Dave doesn't show up for.
Listen. First of all, guys, I keep telling you this, right? To have the production call we're supposed to have, right? One person needs to call the other person. Then they have to conference call the third person. Can I get a conference call one time?
We did once.
We did once.
One production meeting, and I'm the one who called you guys.
And you guys have
Ironically, we
Microsoft
didn't have a show
Teams.
that week, but
No, we don't want to see one another. We just want to talk. It's an old school conference.
In-room
call.
phone thing. I got you.
Yeah. You know,
Rocco's great.
It's like I get all these people contacting me on LinkedIn, and they're here. We just want to have 5 minutes to have a video conversation with you, and I'll reply to their message. Hey, great, that sounds good. Here's my cell phone. Just pick up the phone and call me. And they don't know what the fuck to do. They've got no clue.
This is why Tom put our video intro back into the 1980s, because Craig cannot adapt with the times. He's basically this is his get off my lawn moment.
No, that's Glenn. Glenn can't adapt to the times.
I was able to adapt up through the 1980s. That's about it. Yeah.
So
Craig's
the
get off
exciting news is that we are actually going to be recording our first interview in 2 days.
Nice.
We're sitting down for a double header. So 2 guests in the same show, and we're very excited for you guys to see it, and for everybody tune in. It'll be under Pro Tech Podcast, which Greg and I still have to make the channel for. So
yeah. So I mean, right now, well, we're converting. We're changing.
I'm going to say it's
Yes.
a conversion, isn't it?
Yeah, we're changing Hospitality MD to Pro Tech. So you could go to Hospitality MD now, subscribe, and follow, and then it'll just convert over once we do that. This weekend, I'll be taking care.
Just to be clear for everybody out there, Pro Tech is spelled the way you would imagine it's spelled, or is there any kind of funky spelling in that?
Pro and Tech, but one word. Like
No K's or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
PROTECH podcast.
It's like David, DAVVID.
Yeah.
That's so. You know
Oh.
what's funny? I was at my parents' house the other day, and they had some old work of mine from like elementary school, and I remember this folder very well because it was for Spanish class, and the teacher wrote your name, your I guess American name, if you want to call it, I don't know, English version of your name. So, for example, if your name was Michael, it'd be Michael, and underneath it, she wrote the Spanish version. So, in this case, Miguel. So, for me, she wrote David, because it's spelled the same exact way, and I was so confused. And I remember to this day, why is my name here twice? Until I realized that the pronunciation was different, but the spelling was correct. So, yes, all kind of crazy, funky spellings out there. Point of that story.
What about Glenn? Would that be spelled differently in Spanish?
Oh,
one end?
no, they
I have
did
to ask
not.
Glenn, I don't know.
They did not have a Glenn, so I was assigned Gonzalo. And,
Follow.
and I'm like, if I'm moving,
That's
to
going on a
Mexico, they're
t-shirt,
still gonna
Glenn.
call me Glenn.
But actually,
I'm not changing documents over here for them.
We're going to put Gonzalo on a t-shirt. For
Yeah.
I'm actually asking. I've actually just
Oh
texted.
my
Annie,
God.
I just texted Annie to ask her what the Spanish version of Glenn is to see what she says. So I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Real time reporting here from my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let
Can
you
you
know.
see that text coming in? What the fuck are you talking
Listen,
about?
if you figure that out, I'm gonna track down Paya Vainberg and give her my real Spanish name.
Hey,
Here's the
Glenn or David, you might get a raise.
Here's the dumb part. I texted my wife. Like, I don't have Google right at my fingertips. She's my automatic Spanish translator, so that's why I went to her first. But let's see what Google tells. Can you? What's your name, Greg? Can you ask Burke or Gurk or whatever that thing was that you just
Burke?
ran that through?
Wrong?
Grok?
Yeah. Give
What's the
me one.
Spanish translation for Glenn with 2 N's? Why don't you come back with 3 N's?
So Twitter,
The third end is silent.
Google's AI overview said the Spanish word for Glenn is La Canada, which is definitely not what I was looking for.
God,
Spanish
that's
translation for the name Glenn remains Glenn. Names are not typically translated across languages.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
And in
And
real
then you have to
time,
put in
and in real time,
what happens in Spanish class.
Annie
That's
texted me back with
funny.
her answer. She said, "I don't know."
See, that's funny because I just asked Grok 2, and my Grok says that it's Glenito, Glenito.
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 Well, I am the biggest little G in Reno, or I should say the Glenito.
I'm very disappointed.
That sounds a little strange, Glenn.
I am so disappointed in you, Craig, by the way. I mean, you can't even believe how disappointed I am in you right now. So I need to explain why. Every freaking time I used to
Welcome
do
to
this
the club.
show from New York City, you would have some kind of nonsensical request of me going around asking people questions. Glenn has been in Reno now for, I don't even know, a few days at the very least, at least 2 days. And not once did you ask him to go around Reno asking questions dressed like the police officer from Reno 911. How have you not done that? But you're
that's because he's not out there with his camera. I was checking that earlier because if he would have said, "Oh yeah, I'm using my camera and I'm getting some footage," then I would have asked him to do that.
Dave, that would have been hysterical if you took my face and plastered it over that picture.
No. That's all Craig and his jib jabs. He's the one that does the face removals and re.
Oh, that's true.
Hey, Glenn, did you upload that dancing video?
I've no recollection. What dancing video?
One I sent you before you took off.
This one?
No, but hey, whose birthday is it?
Yours?
No, not mine.
Tom and Greg's?
I don't have
Not
social
mine.
media anymore, so I don't know
Maybe
when
New Year's?
I barely know when my wife's birthday is at this point.
No, but I sent you a text about that earlier, David.
That means you should know
So-and-so's
off
birthday.
the top of your head.
Yeah, I should know, but I've had a couple of beers now, so I don't.
I texted you with it.
You're the producer. It says you run the show, and
Rod
you say
Stewart?
I run the show. So
Is it Rod Stewart?
Paula, it's Paula's birthday.
it's Paula's birthday. That's it.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Paula.
Happy birthday, Paula.
Birthday, Paul.
Oh, and it's Kim's birthday on 1/23. So
Hey, happy
Hey,
birthday,
Kim, how are you?
So by popular demand, because Kim requested it, we'll show it again.
You know, that doesn't get old, just like the spit takes.
The worst thing that ever happened to this world is Craig being introduced and unleashed on Jib Jab. Somebody needs to ban him from that. Someone.
Hey, you know, there's an entire Dancing Dave video out there that
Amy's birthday was December 115. Oh,
Wow.
December 15.
No.
Happy birthday, Amy. Hope you had a good one.
We gotta delete the app off.
Dead air we were talking about.
Yeah, we have to,
I was waiting for Craig to say something. He took a drink instead.
perfect time to get him in a spit take.
Yeah, no.
no, that ain't gonna happen. No, that happens when Glenn and I are talking, and it's in our production meetings because those are actually funnier.
Well, because they can be more raunchy. You think this is bad? It gets way worse over there. Way
This is
worse.
very,
Oh my
this is very
God.
sanitized.
Got that
You know,
right.
it's so funny because like a lot of times I'll think of something and I'll have to think of something else. Then I'll have to do version 3 or 4 out loud.
Yeah.
So, Tom, Greg, let's talk about this real quick because the show's almost over, believe it or not.
Wow.
You guys are Chicagoians, whatever you want to say. Is deep dish a pizza or a quiche?
I mean, I've heard casserole, which I
Yeah,
can
I go
almost
with
agree
casserole.
with, but not quiche.
Casserole's closer.
Quiche is something my grandmother made.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing with Chicago deep dish. We don't eat that regularly here in Chicago. We do it when people like you come in from town and want to have Chicago style pizza. We go with the thinner tavern style. But there is one
tavern style. Oh,
Tavern
I like
style.
that.
Yeah, it's delicious. Better than New York, I can tell you that.
Ooh, those are fighting words for Glenn.
So,
I guess
David.
the warden did come in and said that was it, huh?
sorry, he had to go back to the commission area and use his money. But,
Well, the warden-
You know, it's
from
called a
Jersey.
pizza pie. So it's a pie. It's a deep dish pizza pie. You know?
so
Well,
Craig,
we call New York
question.
pizza pizza pies.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, but
So
we
the
actually
question,
really
Craig,
have a
is it
pie.
quiche or a casserole, Craig? Because you're the quiche man.
I think it's a quiche. I really do. Now,
Oh, hey.
do you serve hot dogs to people that put ketchup on them?
I don't serve hot dogs at all. I mean, if you're under a certain age, it's fine. But I mean,
I'm at the point where I actively, like, if I see somebody with ketchup on a hot dog, I'm either going to take it away from them.
You're gonna
Or I'm
shake
gonna
that
cut
man's
contact.
hands. You're going to say that he is a
We'll
scholar.
cut contact or take it away.
All right, so now he gets dropped. All right, we're just dropping everybody else. It's fine. I don't mind.
Oh my God!
Oh my
I
God!
love this.
I'm getting tired of
David's
talking to
actually
Dave.
on it today. Look at this.
Ketchup sucks on hot dogs.
Ketchup is the best on hot dogs. So we have a quick.
Hey, Arnie, what'd you
Arnie's-
miss? You missed
Arnie
every
is-
fucking thing.
Arnie's
Everything.
and it's
The new
typical
opening,
coming in
all
10
of
minutes
it.
for the show's end for a recap. So, recap. Glenn is the same thing as some random AI generator. They share the same mind. Tom and Greg are starting a new show, a conversion show called Pro Tech, spelled the way you think it would be spelled. And
With
ketchup
three
and hot dogs
umlauts.
are the greatest delicacy known to man. I think we're pretty much about caught up now.
Yeah.
Oh, show them the new opening.
No, don't do that.
No, Arnie, rewind the show to see the new opening.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you means you've been so you've had to basically clean up after Craig.
Don't use that phrase
Yeah,
right
it's really
now,
bad.
Arnie.
Bad word today there in your region, dude.
Now
Oh,
he
good
is.
call.
Now, in all
Yeah,
fairness
fair.
to Arnie, he is an outlier towards one of those fires, and I've been
Well, that's what
checking
I'm
on
saying,
him
yeah.
every day. Yeah.
Now, with that said, he's also has to deal with Craig's mess every time Craig wants to get a suite at 11 a.m. check-in time.
No.
Oh.
No. Arnie's got nothing to do with hotels. No.
All right, so I can't believe that it's already 5:51. We
Yeah.
have way too many damn people on this show, so we might as well start this now.
Everybody, thanks for tuning into the Plug and Palooza. Now it's got me thinking maybe I should update that as
Thank you.
well.
Thank you. Yes. Yes.
That's a
I
holdover from the first season.
It's 3
Our
items.
swinging 60s style over there. Anyway, it's your favorite time of the show, the time where we get to actually do what we want to do, promote ourselves, and have some shameless plugs. Tom, Greg, is there any truth that you guys have a new podcast?
No, doesn't sound familiar.
No, yeah, the rumors are not true.
I don't even know why we're on this show.
Yeah, it's a good
honestly.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Tom.
Yeah. So Pro Tech Podcast, as we've been saying, it's going to be coming out. The first episode will be out this month. I don't have a release date for the first episode, but we are going to be recording that episode this Sunday, so you guys can expect that. I'm estimated probably the 20th of January for episode 1. You can check out the announcement. That's on YouTube on the Hospitality MD YouTube channel. If you're watching this in the future, then you can also search Pro Tech Podcast because we are rebranding that YouTube channel to the new podcast name. But wherever you find us, just subscribe, like the videos, and support the channel because we are coming back to the hospitality media space with a vengeance.
Nice.
Nice.
If anybody wants to come to Chicago and eat some good pizza and some hot dogs without ketchup on them, just hit Tom and I up. We'll figure something out.
I will be in Chicago soon, actually, but I will tell you this: since you guys want a hot dog with ketchup, I am not calling you. Thank you very much.
Good. He's adamant about that.
Dave, you really going back to Chicago for a reason?
Not for a while. So honestly, I am going back to Chicago in September because
time to
I'm
go.
going to take my dad to a game at Wrigley because he's never been.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Nice.
So we're gonna go out there Labor Day weekend. We fly out the Sunday. We go to the game on the Monday. Fly back the Tuesday. I probably will partake in a deep dish quiche, but I will not be having
Hot dog with
whatever
ketchup.
crazy hot dog style. Yeah, hot dog in Chicago. Hot dog here. We don't need to have a hot dog in Chicago.
Yeah. So when you come here, go to Pequod's. It's not downtown. It's a little bit north of here. It's the best deep dish pizza if you're gonna have it.
Also, Pequods is my favorite exercise to get my legs feeling.
Remind me about that, Greg, come August 30th, and then
Okay.
I will remember. Otherwise, 0% chance I remember that.
and Greg has zero care to remind you on August 30th.
Yeah,
Yeah, hey, shout out to Pequods. Craig.
Glenn or David, do you have those 3 pictures that I had sent you earlier? Are those loaded?
Pictures.
There is
you
still
sent me-
stuff loaded from before.
Wait a second. You didn't send me
No, I sent them to him today or yesterday.
privately. You sent me them, or with
Yeah,
in the group chat?
privately.
No,
They were
he-
DM'd you.
Oh no, I do have them. I lied. They're right here.
Okay.
I have them all right here. Totally had them up the entire time.
Nice. Bring one up.
Which one do you want first?
Anyone. Doesn't matter.
it's great start, guys.
Okay. Greg, this is for you. I've been telling Glenn this for decades. Do not eat sushi in the desert. That was part of your live show the other day. So this is going on an FNA t-shirt, and you will be getting one.
Oh, beautiful.
And then, David, bring up the one of the plate of food.
You didn't send me that one.
Yeah, it was after that.
Oh, it's so tiny. It's not going to show well.
That's okay. Bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it up.
I can't even open it. No, I seriously can't even open it.
Oh, my God. Okay, well, anyhow.
This is why we need to call him on
Greg and Tom. Yeah, this is why you should be on the production meeting calls. But Greg and Tom have a gentleman by the name of Josh who throws tomatoes at them. So I'm going to be throwing sushi at you guys when I'm on the show.
The
Where'd you
desert
find
sushi.
this?
We're going to have all kinds of food items being thrown at us, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, there you go. And then do you have the slide for the new FNA page?
That I do have.
Okay, guys, new year, new show, new logo. We have a Facebook page. Follow us. Yes, this is for Facebook. So follow us there. We're going to have exclusive content like Dancing Producer Dave and various other things. So join us on Facebook.
Join us in the 1980s, people.
Yes.
We are
and
happy
last
to
but not
be
least, the 8th Annual California Lodging Investment Conference, March 5th and 6th, 2025. Amy Montgomery's going to be there. Glenn's going to be there. I'm not sure about Tom or Greg. You know, they know they're welcome. David's not going to make it. But, yeah, we're going to have a great event anyhow, even without David there.
I love how you say Dave's not going to make it when you specifically said, Dave, you're not invited this year.
Well, no, I invited him. He
to stay home.
He kicked me in the teeth and said, no, I'm not coming.
Don't pay me enough for the airfare. I'm sorry. Increase my pay and I'll be there.
You said we had been asking you for 5 years to put your entire salary away for this one flight.
And it still wasn't.
That's it.
All right,
let's go.
Should be there,
Artie will be there. Look at Artie.
He should be there. He's not sure yet. He might take a bigger conference, a better paying conference.
I doubt it.
All right. Hey, I'll be at Alice in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, see you there.
Hope to see all of you guys at that great event. I'll also be in February. I'll be doing an event for Visual Matrix. I'm excited to be doing that one. And got a couple others that I don't think I can announce just yet, but I'm looking forward to continue to travel all over the country, get to hang out with all of you great people in the hospitality business, continue to learn from all of you. And also, I would like to pitch Reno. Fun place to be. Let's come and, hang out. It's cheaper than Vegas. It's a little bit more casual than Vegas. It's got more of that downtown vibe. And, yeah, why not? It sounds like
get Dave and have a production meeting in Reno.
Eat some sushi.
Definitely do that. And eat sushi in the desert.
Now he can eat sushi. Well, at least it's not the desert. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to wrap the show on a little bit of a somber note for my shameless plug. But I do have a friend who Glenn knows, used to work for him, my boss, who is currently leading a regional team of hotels out in Cali. Southern Cali at that. He's okay, thankfully. His stuff is okay, thankfully. But he has a lot of team members who are not, and they unfortunately have lost everything, as many others have out there. And I was going to bring the GoFundMe that he is currently doing for his team, but it actually has some names and donation amounts, which I don't want to share publicly. So I will leave that part alone. But if you guys would like to donate to Paul's GoFundMe for his team, and I can tell you right now, Paul's a stand-up guy, trustworthy guy. He'll make sure the money gets to the right place. Feel free to shoot me a message on LinkedIn, and I'll connect you with that GoFundMe because it's for a great cause, helping out his colleagues and making sure that his team is taken care of in this very tough time. So shoot me a message with that one. I'll get you guys connected.
Glenn and I are sending matching donations to that GoFundMe page. So please help out. There's a lot of people that need help right now, and we'd appreciate it. Thank you, David.
Absolutely. Now, let's wrap this show with some fun. For Tom, for Greg Capone, Craig, enjoy Lights Out. We'll see you tomorrow in the Chow Hall. Everybody else have a great day. We'll see you. Glenn, take us away.
Yeah, well, everybody will be back next week with another great show. Having a fabulous weekend. I'm going to go and hang out here in downtown Reno all alone because no one will talk to me. But whatever. Thanks.
You
for
don't
being
want
here.
him talking to you.
No one out there.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right.
No one out in the public.
Yeah, tell me better, and I'll go with you.
I know.
There you go. Problem solved.
Problem solved.
You know
Right,
what?
everyone.
He does need a chaperone, people. So if you want to sponsor the show so that we can pay David more, so that he can protect Glenn and take care of him on the road, we're up for it.
And I want to announce I'm setting up a GoFundMe because I need a new laptop over here because that died. So if you're a salesman at Best Buy, hey, I'm your guy. Reach out to me. Let's make a deal. I need a new laptop. All right, everyone.
You know where to
Thanks for
find
being
them.
here. We'll see you back right here next Friday on the one and only Friday Night Audit. We love you, Nikki.
Aloha.
See
Love
ya.
you, Nikki.
Bye.
Bye.